What's your take on whether we should be sending money to Ukraine or not? Were you in favor of that?
Man, they need it.
I mean, honestly, I don't have a good answer. I can make an argument both ways, and half my family is Ukrainian from my grandparents. And so, personally, I think we should help, but I don't have a studied answer for you.
How much money have you sent to Ukraine?
None.
Oh, so what do you mean by we? You're the one whose family's from Ukraine. Like, why don't you send them $1 billion?
Because I'm trying to fix healthcare.
Why don't you fix their healthcare if you're like so deep? If you think we need to help, why don't you start? How about you first? Yeah. I notice that's never like even an option for anybody. It's like, we need to help. That's not what charity is. Forcing other people to help is not charity.
Here's the
it's
good
vanity.
News. The good news is all the weapons were on loan lease. We're getting it back. And our dear President Trump has negotiated that we own half the minerals. So he turned this horrible tragedy of a war into a profit center, which is one of his unique gifts. I think we can all agree.
Right. Can I just follow up on another alternative root cause, and I've harped on this a lot, federal spending. Ultimately, if the federal deficit remains as it is, 6.5% of GDP, we're printing money. The Federal Reserve has to buy all the treasuries to fund the government. That money printing and all of those inefficient programs for lending, for housing, lending for student loans, spending on stuff that has no ROI, et cetera, ultimately leads to inflation and leads to everything becoming unaffordable. Is it not an option, and how much do you both care about or think about reining in the federal spending and having those kind of pointed conversations about the importance of this? And
go ahead, Tucker. You look like you're...
I mean, I think about it a lot. I think about the devaluation of the dollar. I think about it's just not worth as much. And I know that in my own, I'm not an investor, I don't invest in anything, but in the things that I buy with an eye to retaining value, they're physical things. I just don't believe in any of this at all. And so I caught myself the other day, and I'm at such a low sort of level compared to everyone else here. I'm not especially rich, but like I had a little bit of extra money, and I'm like, it really was like the Weimar impulse, like, shit, I gotta buy something soon before
the dollar's worth less.
Yeah, I mean, everyone I know, and I live in a very rural area, and most of my friends are crazy, but people I know are thinking in terms of like land, gold, ammo. Right. Like, I don't think that water, no, I mean, are you really laughing? Yeah. Or are you tittering nervously? Because that's not insane.
That's right.
So I own a shit ton of Bitcoin, first and foremost, right? It kind of a hedge, and have probably 5 years now.
Yep.
But we do need to cut costs, and I'm hoping AI is a path there. Government as a service, AI as a service, reducing the number of people it takes to get things done. Understanding that laws that were written in the 60s, and this is kind of the abundance thing, right? Laws that were written in the 60s that are still in place don't apply now. It's kind of like the government version of the innovator's dilemma. We have to modify things that are in place already so we can start to optimize. And I think we haven't done that in a long, long time, and I don't think we're in the process of changing that right now.
But may I ask, and I'm not against anything you said, I mean, I'm for technocratic solutions to moral problems too, but I wonder, just kidding, I'm wondering what the aim is. It seems like with any project, like you begin by articulating your goal,
right?
Which is like one thing America's super bad at. So if you want to get to the moon, say so, and then if you don't get there, just fake it or whatever, like we did, but it begins with, again, kidding, but it begins with saying what the goal is, like what kind of society do you want? Yeah. No, but I'm not attacking you at all. Right. I do think you should money to Ukraine, but I think we're all at fault. It's all like, well, how can we do this more efficiently? Well, do what? Like in the end, I want to live in a society where people live in single family homes with little lawns that they own, that are not going to be taken away from them, like actual property rights, not theoretical property. It's like my house, okay? I want married people, and I want them to have children and grandchildren with the rough assurance, the future, of course, being fundamentally unknown, but rough assurance that like it'll kind of be the same. Radical change all the time drives people insane.
Yeah, but it's not radical change to do.
It's not radical change, dude. I grew up in this city. I don't recognize it. I'm only 56. That's radical change.
What, you talking about Los Angeles?
Yeah. Like, what is this?
Look, you can go in any decade, any generation.
Don't worry, Rick Cruz says
no. There's never been population. Change. Okay, then I dare you then, because I know you're a historian. Give me another example other than the mass rape by the Mongols of population change like what we've seen in the West over the past 50 years. You can't, because there isn't one in all recorded history. So you can be for it or against it, but you can't say there's a
keep on answering
precedent.
your own questions.
That way I get to the right answer. I just answer my own questions.
Yeah.
This is a monologue posing as a colloquy.
Let me bring us to AI job displacement. It's been a big debate we've been having on the pod. We all know that AI is going to replace a large number of jobs.
Do we know that?
I don't agree
Well,
with
if
that
you take
either.
any self-driving car replaces 4 or 5 drivers, full-time positions, that's indisputable.
But there could be different jobs.
Well, okay, we're going to get to that. But for our guests, do you think we're going to have a job displacement that could be acute, and how should we handle that? Because we're seeing people make Optimus robots. The idea that any human's going to be in a factory sorting things, and all the factories we're making today are designed explicitly to not have humans in it. We may be talking about bringing back and onshoring factory jobs. That's not happening. All the new factories are going to be run by robots. We all know that. They're lights out facilities. So what's the best worst case scenario here in terms of management?
Can I give you the upside?
Please.
And everyone knows this, but like, the IBEW is fine, like your electrician will still exist. We've got 1 million lawyers and a little fewer than 1 million lawyers in the United States, and a lot of them are just SOL. And I think it's just so great to think of unemployed employees.
Yeah.
Well, no, I'm serious. So it's going to, I do think, to some extent, it's going to affect the worst, most entitled, most annoying classes of people, okay? So that's an upside. I don't want to see any other
So first of
working
all,
class people. So can I say this one thing? You can displace farm workers. What are they going to do about it? You can displace factory workers. They'll just kill themselves with drugs and fast food, which they have done. And you'll feel sort of guilty, but then ignore it. If you do that to lawyers and nonprofit sector employees who I lived around in DC, you will get a revolution. And I mean that. I'm dead serious. Where did Pol Pot come from? There's never been a revolution that wasn't fomented by frustrated members of the sort of insurgent class.
Yeah, exactly.
It's totally true. Sub-aristocrat, but the striving class, the most repulsive people there are, I think it's fair to say, but also the most intent on getting what they want. And if you put them out of business, I'm not joking at all. I think
we're seeing
you
this.
could get unstable.
We're seeing this already, and one could argue that the Mamdani election surge may be the result of young people coming out of colleges that were in that exact same situation.
Striving elite, and they don't have an on-ramp.
And they were told that if they take on $400,000 of debt, they'll end up making a good living and progressing in life, buying a home, and all of that turned out to not be fucking true.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. We hope you'll subscribe to it. And by the way, you can hit the little bell on there and get notifications every time we produce a video. We hope you'll do that also.